Alright, so I see that everybody's posting about the shooting and everything, and then people, I don't know if that's my camera, and people are saying crazy things, don't really know what they're talking about. Then we get all these kids talking about that there was multiple shooters, and there's just so much information and or disinformation. Oh crap, sorry. And like, what are we supposed to believe? Not driving with me at all. It's Android, and I usually have an iPhone. Not that that should matter, but it does. Apparently, it does. All right, I'm offline. Am I offline? Is it on? I'm buffering. See, Connecticut was talking about this earlier, that he was buffering, and we both have fiber optic, so it's really crazy. All right, so I'm back now. Okay, so there's a lot of craziness going on, and I was told the day before, not the day before, the day that it happened, that there was a good possibility that it was 3 shooters. And I wouldn't even call them shooters because the Nicholas kid, I don't believe shot anybody. We have witness testimony to pretty much, you know, debunk that. And so there definitely was other people involved. Thanks. And, you know, with the other people involved brings a million other questions. Well, the day before I went, before the shooting, I talked about, oh my gosh, what is the bad connection? This is crazy. I was talking about South America and how they could, you know, that's who we need to be looking at, and we're looking at North Korea, and we're looking here, and we're looking there. Well, and then what happens the day after I said that? Holy crazy crap. This kid, seemingly, he's 18 years old, doesn't even go to this school, is going to go shoot up a school? Really? Really? But yet he posted 6 months prior, that he was going to be a professional school shooter. Okay. So why did he know this 6 months before? Because most of us know 18-year-old boys, and they don't make huge, big plans that are well thought out. Ever. They might say that they're going to college or whatever, but that's about the extent of their plans. So let's get real. That's not what was going on. He definitely was targeted by somebody online. Who this somebody was? Well, it seems to be connected to Colombia or Venezuela or somebody. They don't seem to be connected here. I know we'd all love to say the deep state, and we'd all love to say that, and heck, maybe they do, because this is what happened within the first 30 days of President Trump's presidential, when he first got in, February 12th of last year. Within the first 30 days, he seized the vice president's assets. He's like a billionaire. $3 billion he's worth or something, because of all his crazy drug dealings. He's bringing in illegals from Syria to deal with, you know, they're all within the radical Islamists. And I'm not saying this has anything to do with Muslims. I'm just saying Hezbollah, he has dealings with all of them. All of them. Within 30 days of President Trump being sworn in, he, you know, took his assets that were here, because he had assets here in the States, and then he has his assets over there. He seized them within 30 days, so he knows that they're a threat. Do I think that he knew about this? No, I don't think he knew about this. But that shows that he knows that they are a threat, and that this, not that a school shooting was possible, because who would have known that? But that this is possible, that these people from down there, because how come nobody has been able to find these other shooters? Because they're back down in South America. That's why. Because if you even go back to the videos from later in the day, after the shooting, after this shooter was arrested, they have cops everywhere. Like, lights and sirens canvassing the place like they're actually looking for people. Why would they be looking for somebody if they had the shooter? because they knew that there was other people out there. Do I still think they're in the States? No, I don't. I don't think they're still in the States. I mean, that's what's crazy. That's what's scary. So, you know, there's a lot of things that just aren't being brought forward. And so we've got the, you know, people saying it's DACA, and then people saying it's this. People are looking in the wrong direction. Everybody wants to blame it on this and this when we're not looking at something that's actually very, very possible. You know, there's a trail that goes back to them. But nobody's looking at that. Do I think that he was MK Ultra? I do. I do. I think this kid was definitely some type of mind altering of some sort. Was it RCIA? I don't know. Very possible. He meets all the criteria of being very despondent and confused. Even that girl that did the interview, the blonde girl, like, does she not look MK Ultra? Like what else could you have? Nobody is that despondent. I mean, I've watched it like 30 times, and I'm like, there's no, like, what? She's just like, yeah, I mean, who's walking through the halls? Who's walking in the halls? You hear gunshots. I don't care how often you've heard gunshots. You hear gunshots in your school, and you're going to just talk to your friend that you haven't seen in a while. Hey, what's up? I thought it would be you. No, you're like seeking refuge. You don't care who you're seeing. You're seeking refuge. It's a fight or flight situation. It doesn't even have to be a mind thing. It's your fight or flight response to do that. She's having a conversation with this kid? That's weird. And then, the only person that gets an interview with her are the guys from Houston? I don't know. It's crazy. And it's not funny in any means. You know, pray for the families. I do think, yes, I know that there were people that died. I'm not saying that at all. Do not think that. Because they set these things up. They targeted this kid, then they targeted the teachers or whatever, because they weren't apparently actively shooting the children. They were like going in classrooms and shooting the teachers. They didn't want to shoot the kids, and if a kid got in the way, then they would shoot the kid or whatever. It was I mean, the whole situation is crazy. But, oh, thanks. But, like, none of this, yes, he was on an SSRI. And that's another thing that nobody's looking at. Well, guess what fluoride is in our water? Well, fluoride on the periodic table over there is a gas. But they make it into fluoride. Uh-oh, now my brain went crazy. Fluoride, it's not chloride. Whatever. It's not just fluoride. So they make it into another substance that I just went out my brain and I know what it is, but who cares? Do you know what the main ingredient is in Prozac? Same thing. 95% of Prozac is fluoride hydrox. It's something. Is it sodium fluoride? Sodium fluoride. And I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. But it's the same stuff. It is the same stuff. And so, even if nobody's taken the SSRI, they're essentially taking it through the water, which I'm just like assuming they have fluoride in the water over there, because most of us do, which really is crazy. And so there's so many pieces to this puzzle that is just straight insanity. But it's a huge deal that Trump, within his first 30 days, thought it was such a big deal to try to shut these guys down, that he did it, you know, he took all their assets and all this stuff because he saw them as a threat. Because Marco Rubio has been talking about this. He's been saying that they're a threat, Like, what are we going to do about them? And so we need to start, like, focusing on the right stuff. Y'all share this, and, like, because people are looking in the wrong direction. Yeah, it'd be awesome to let's just get mad at somebody and it's the deep state this and deep. At this point, I don't know who it is, but it doesn't look like deep state. I mean, they could definitely have something to do with them. I don't know if they have any dealings, but I don't see any evidence to go with that. I don't know. I really don't. But I think Trump kind of knows what is going on. He doesn't want to alarm too many people. But we need to alarm people. We need to start alarming people. I look like a ghost? Is that better? That's crazy light. You can't even see me. Alright. Well, I am going to the jump park with my kids, and we're going to go jump, and if I get any more information, which I will, we will be back, and I will see y'all guys later. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. I mean, I'll be back sometime this weekend, but probably tonight. We will see. Y'all have a wonderful night. Bye, guys.